Welcome to List of 13. I'm Megan.
And I'm Rob. Thanks for watching. We make lists on various topics, find 13 awesome facts, and present them to you.
If you have tristodectophobia, this video may not be for you. Otherwise, enjoy the list.
So I remember back when I was a wee little lad, I heard this song on the radio and I'm like, holy crap, who is that? The song was Buddy Holly and the band was Weezer. Ever since hearing the first song, I've loved the band, and today we bring you 13 facts about Weezer you probably didn't know.
So are you really kidding me right now that you were a wee little lad?
Wee little lad is just an expression I'm using.
Well, I know what else you were doing at the age of 13. Number 1. Frontman Rivers Cuomo named the band Weezer because he had asthma, and that's what the kids in school called him to make fun of him.
Which honestly, I think that's kind of a cool thing. It's like the kids are making fun of you, and then you use the fact that they're making fun of you to your advantage and also make up a really, really cool band name.
Right. I bet he's thinking, watch me wheeze now.
Right, you little jerks.
Right.
Number 2, Weezer wrote and recorded over 24 songs before heading out on a tour in 2000. Only 3 of those songs, Hash Pipe, Dope Nose, and Slob, made it onto an album. The rest of the tracks were released for free on a fan site in 2001.
Well, that's cool that you got a whole bunch of bonus songs for free just because you're a fan.
Right.
Number 3, Cuomo wrote I'm Your Daddy to cheer up his daughter Mia when she was in the hospital for 5 days as a 2-year-old.
That is both a really cool song and a really cool story.
Right.
Number 4, River Cuomo's dad, Frank, was a drummer back in the 60s, so it seems that musical performance runs in their family.
Nice. Number 5, one of the dogs in the Undone video defecated on Pat Wilson's bass drum pedal in the middle of the shoot. Can you say ew?
That is kind of disgusting. However, I guess if you're using live animals for that type of thing, something like that may happen. By the way, one of my favorite Weezer songs right there, Undone.
Also known as the sweater song.
Yes.
Now, it's playing in my head.
Number 6, the hit song Buddy Holly went through a number of rewrites and was almost titled Ginger Rogers. The lyrics were almost, ooh wee you look just like Ginger Rogers. Oh, I move just like Fred Astaire.
I mean, I think they're pretty good, but I really like how Buddy Holly turned out.
Right.
We want to thank you again and tell you how much it means for you to watch this video.
We would really appreciate if you would do some things to help our channel grow and reach more people.
We would be so grateful for you to subscribe to the channel, like this video, ring the bell, and share this video with your friends. As a result, YouTube will share our video with more people.
Number 7, the first verse of Say It Ain't So calls back to a moment in Cuomo's teen years when he opened his refrigerator and saw a beer and immediately knew that his mother and stepfather were about to get a divorce because his stepfather had started drinking again.
Very sad story there.
Yeah, and who knew that you could tell so much just by a single bottle of beer?
Well, it sounds like his stepfather must have been an alcoholic and there was probably an ultimatum given at some point. Number 8, the original Weezer guitarist, Jason Cropper, was asked to leave the band under mysterious circumstances while they were making their debut album and had to sign a strict confidentiality agreement banning him from talking about his time in the band to this day. All of Cropper's parts were removed from the record, but he was paid for his work as a full member. I mean, kudos to them for actually paying him for the work he did.
Might have had something to do with him agreeing to that strict confidentiality agreement.
Very possible.
I think that Weezer is one of those bands that, in my own personal opinion, has done a very good job of having replacement members and it not being painfully obvious that they did so.
This is true.
Now, I'm not saying that is disrespect to, the original drummer, bassist, etc. But if they play songs that came out in the 90s, today, they still generally sound like they did then, even though it wasn't the same people playing them. Number 9, 5 weeks after forming, the band had their first gig, opening for Keanu Reeves' band Dogstar at Reggie's Bar in Central Hollywood.
It's a pretty good first gig to have.
For real.
Number 10. Cuomo was introduced to eventual Weezer members Matt Sharp and Pat Wilson through a coworker named Pat Finn when he was working at the Tower Records on Sunset Boulevard.
See, these are cool stories and aren't going to happen anymore because things like Tower Records just are not the places that exist today. Now, there's some cool like indie record shops and offbeat music stores, but for the most part, the great things in the 90s don't exist anymore.
But the cool thing is we can hear so many other different musical talents because of things like the internet.
Fair. I think my point was really, though, that they wouldn't have met.
True. Or they would have met on the interwebs.
Number 11. The band recorded their cover of Toto's Africa after a 14-year-old fan tweeted at them for months from a Twitter account that was created solely to convince the band to cover the song. That's freaking amazing.
And you know, they do a really good version of the song. I almost think it may be better than Toto.
It's playing in my head right now. I agree.
Number 12. The first lineup of Weezer, Rivers Cuomo, Pat Wilson, Matt Sharp, and Jason Cropper officially formed in February 1992.
See, the good old 90s. And number 13, Mikey Welsh, Matt Sharp's replacement as Weezer's bass player, also left the band after suffering a mental breakdown in 2001. He was found dead from a suspected drug overdose in a Chicago hotel room 10 years later.
Very, very sad and such a waste of such a talented person.
I agree.
We hope you enjoyed this list about Weezer and a number of things you probably didn't know. Please let us know what your favorite fact was or what you found most surprising.
Or tell us your favorite Weezer song in the comments. Thanks again for watching.
If you have an idea for a new video, tell us in the comments. We'll mention you if we do it.
We hope you have an awesome day.
And please be kind to each other.